Thank you guys so much for having me here. So are you guys ready for comedy? Come on. Are you guys ready for comedy? Make some noise. So how many of you have watched live stand-up comedy before? Make some noise. Woohoo! Okay, watching Arnab Goswami on Republic TV doesn't count. Even though he's funnier than most of us comedians put together. Any fans of Arnab? Any fans of Arnab? Make some noise. Okay, actually I was a huge fan of Arnab, but no longer a fan because he's become too right-wing. But the best thing what I still love about Arnab is that he invites people on his channel. Invites them every night. Puts them in one of those cells in his Excel sheet. And then 2-3 rascals, he doesn't allow them to speak throughout the night. And all those poor guys just keep on doing Arnab whole night long. I love him. He's the judge, jury, executioner. But let me tell you, honestly, as a stand-up comedian, we hate to perform for this kind of a very serious crowd. Honestly, we just do it for the money. Because most of you won't laugh now. You'll remember my jokes on the pot tomorrow morning and then laugh. And usually what happens in these comedy shows, you have the senior people sitting here and there. So the rest of you will watch them. That if they laugh, then only we will laugh. But I'm so glad that today we have Mr. Kamal Sanghvi, my friend all the way from Dhanbad. Mr. Bharat Pandya from Mumbai. I am a Mumbaikar. And also congratulations to Mr. Shekhar Mehta. He is here as a chief guest. Thank you so much, sir. And all the best for your next term. And also my good friend Sanjay Khemka from Dhanbad. So we are all fun crowd. We are going to have an amazing good crowd. And good fun, yes. So let me warm up the audience. All the single people in the house, make some noise. Woohoo! Okay, all the married people, make some noise. Okay, I can hear it. Okay, all the wives who love their husbands, make some noise. Welcome liars to the show. Thank you so much for coming. All the husbands who love their wives, make some noise. Come on guys, back me up now. Let's get this better. All the husbands who love to go to Thailand without their wives, make some noise. Okay, now we're opening up. And one final call. Only the good looking Rotarians in the house, make some noise. Only the good looking Rotarians. Amazing, some of you are so optimistic, feels good. But let me introduce myself. My name is Atul Khatri and I am 53 years old. Yeah, usually I get a clap over here. Come on. Because at the age of 53, I'm India's oldest English stand-up comedian. In fact, I'm so old, or rather some of these people in a comedy line are so young, all in their mid-20s, early 20s, that whenever I perform with them backstage, they get confused. Should we call him dude or should we call him dad? And honestly, doing stand-up comedy at this age is very tough. It's very tough. No, it's not the talking part. As we guys get older, we can speak for hours. It's the standing part which is a problem. But today, thanks to COVID and thanks to Rotary, I'm sitting down in my house and doing stand-up comedy. Yes, man. But for people who don't know, actually, I was a CEO of an IT company for close to 25 years. Yes. It was a New Year resolution, 1st Jan 2012. I decided I don't want to die in a corporate job. So I signed up for a comedy open mic night. Comedy open mic night, for those who don't know, it's a night where you can go on stage and humiliate yourself in front of strangers. I didn't tell my children about it because that time my elder daughter was 17, my younger daughter was 15. They would say, "Baap satiya gaya is umar mein comedy kar raha hai." But I'm so glad I stuck to the decision because from there it started. I went on and on. And here I am 9 years later performing for the Odyssey Rotary Institute 2021. Thank you guys so much for having me here. It's a real pleasure to perform for the Rotarians. I've done many shows for Rotary clubs all across the country. And genuinely, as a comedian, let me tell you, you are the most fun audience. Thank you so much for being such a fun audience and supporting comedy. Yeah, so I started my journey 1st Jan 2012. And exactly 8 years later, 2 years back, that is 1st Jan 2019, I had my comedy special which came out on Netflix. How many of you watched my comedy special on Netflix? Make some noise. Woohoo! Okay, only 4 people. Rest of you cheap Amazon Prime subscribers watching content because of free home delivery. No. This is a very good ratio. I was performing last year in Bombay, in my home city, for close to 3,400 people, and I asked the same question. How many of you watched my Netflix special? And only 6 hands went up. Then there was an uncle sitting on the front row. Even he raised his hand. He's saying, "Beta, what is a Netflix special?" I told him, "Uncle, I had my own comedy special on Netflix. It was part of Comedians of the World, 47 comedians from 13 countries. I was privileged to be a part of it. And he said, "Acha beta, can I watch it on Amazon Prime?" I said, "No, uncle, that's a competing platform." He's saying, "Beta, how much is the subscription of Netflix per month?" I said, "Uncle, the premium is around 750 rupees a month." He told me, "Beta, I paid 1000 rupees for the ticket, हमको यहाँ ही सुना दो." मैंने सुना दिया. So yes, from 2012 to 2016, I did both my CEO Giri as well as stand-up comedy. In 2014, I took part in this contest called CEO's Got Talent. Yeah, exactly, CEO's Got Talent. And I won that contest, and my wife was very happy, and I was very happy because my wife was very happy, because before that she used to always tell me, there a 53-year-old Indian has become the global CEO of Microsoft, and here you're at 53 going on stage telling jokes and still not being able to afford a legal copy of Windows for the children's computer. But yeah, man, in 2016 I was enjoying stand-up comedy very much, so I resigned from my corporate job. But you know what? I was the CEO of the company. I could not give like a 30 days notice and walk off. So I said I'll take 1 year to fully resign, and in this process meet every client of mine who had built over the last 25 years. So I used to meet every client, every meeting used to be the CEO of my client, their purchase manager, me, my sales manager. And I'm not joking, 6 out of 10 CEOs after the meeting used to tell me, "Mr. Khatri, I want to spend 1 minute alone with you in the cabin." And he used to take me inside the cabin and say, "How the hell did you do it? हमको भी निकलना है इस कचरे से, बता हमको how you did it." But it feels amazing. I love doing stand-up comedy. Every day I get to meet such lovely people like you. Because 25 years I was running an IT company. You run a fairly boring, mundane life. I remember for 25 years I used to wake up at 8:30 in the morning, read the newsletter till 9:30, leave home at 10:30. The only best decision in the morning used to be which road to take to go to office, just to change my own scenery. Once a month I used to attend these couple kitty parties with my wife. You guys know couple kitty parties. I'm sure all of you attend these couple kitty parties. And what used to happen in some couple kitty parties, some husbands used to not attend. So my wife says, "Why your husband not come?" "Oh, he's gone to China for work. Oh, he's gone to Dubai for exhibition." Then she should look at me, "Sale nalayak, tu to har couple kitty mein aa jata hai." I said, "What do I do? My job is in Bombay. If you want, I'll go to Sakinaka." Sakinaka, for some of those who don't know, it's a suburb in Bombay, which sounds like it's in Japan. No, I'm a freelancer. I wake up at 10:30 in the morning. I read the newspaper at 11:30. The other day I walked out into my living room. My parents live with me. I live with my parents. And my dad was watching an English movie on a Monday afternoon, and I sat down with my dad for the first time in my life and watched a movie with him. I could have never done that in 25 years of my corporate life. And while we were watching the movie, an adult scene came. And my dad immediately changed the channel. I said, "Dad, come on, you're 82, I'm 53. At this stage, this is the only action we get, chalne do." But yeah, man, earlier I used to go to the gym in the evening. But now, most of my shows happen in the gym in the evening, so I have to go to the gym in the morning. It's the same gym, but it sounds like two different establishments, So I'm sure all of you would have been to Bombay. In Bombay, there's this area called Marine Drive. So if you come to Marine Drive in Bombay in the morning, it looks like a different city. The hustle bustle, the traffic, the honking, the crowd of Nariman Point. That same Marine Drive, you come in the night, suddenly becomes very romantic. The cool evening breeze, all the couples walking over there. Honking traffic, वो तो 24/7 Bombay में चलता रहता है. My gym is also the same. My gym earlier has to go to the evening, was full of young people, hep music, and the music used to not come from the speakers, it used to come from the cocktail shakers, protein shakers. That same gym in the morning is like a Nana Nani park, full of old uncles. Can you imagine how old they are that I am calling them uncle? And I don't know what these uncles eat in the morning and come. Everybody every uncle comes, enters the gym, opens the gym door and says, "Good morning." And the entire gym goes, "Good morning." Last time that uncle said good morning, sala dumbbell mere paon pe gir gaya yaar. And all these uncles come and do only 2 exercises. First of all, they do lateral pull down and chest press. Then there are some uncles who have designed their own exercises. They'll take a half a kilo dumbbell and do like this. I said, "Uncle, ये किसके लिए? बेटा calves के लिए, कुछ भी चल रहा है." But one thing which is very, very good about this stand-up comedy line is, performing with these young kids, All these kids are, 22, 23, all these other comedians, they're younger than my children also. Some of these, comedians are so young that I remember after one of the shows, these guys told me, sir, come home after the show, whole night long we'll play video games. I said, are you mad? I said, I have to go home and play this game called life. I have to go home, sleep early, wake up early, take one of my children for football coaching, take the other one for geography tuition, get them back, pack their lunch, drop them to school, come back, wake up my wife, and go back to work. And ironically, the game with these rascals are playing whole night long is called Call of Duty. But it was amazing, initially. I used to wear different caps on different days of the week. One day I used to go for dinner with all my 40 plus CEO friends, and the bill used to come and we used to have a fight. No, let me pay. We are throwing our credit cards inside. Next day I'm having dinner with all these young comedians, all fukriyas, and a different kind of a fight. No sir, I had only 2 rotis. This is my 60 rupees. I had 1 scoop of dal, 20 rupees. Sala GST kon dega, service charge dega. Nobody knows. But it's amazing, thanks to this performing with these young comedians, I'm understanding technology. I got different apps on my smartphone. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Tinder. Yeah, I'm on Tinder. So Tinder, for all those recently married people who are watching this show, Tinder is a dating app. And people ask me, dude, you're married, why are you on Tinder? And I tell them, just because I've eaten doesn't mean I can't look at a menu of a restaurant. And I use Tinder very, very effectively. Nowadays, whenever I go to a new city, I don't judge the city by its airports, hotels, infrastructure. I judge the city by the quality of option it offers me on Tinder. And Tinder Bombay is amazing. Let's give a round of applause to Tinder Bombay. Yeah. Last year I was in Ahmedabad, and Tinder Ahmedabad is pathetic. Kept on giving me only one option: Jashoda Ben. Swipe left. Also, I've been drinking a lot with these kids. After every show, all these young comedians say, sir, let's go drinking. But I'm from Bombay. Does anybody know what's the official drinking age limit in Bombay? Anybody throw a guess? It's 25. Yes, it's 25. The official drinking age limit in Bombay is 25. I know in Delhi it's 1 or 2, but Bombay is 25. And kids are complaining. They're saying if we can vote, we can drive, we can marry at the age of 18. Why the hell do we have to drink at the age of 25? And I tell them, first 3 things really don't matter, Voting children, why do you want to vote? All politicians will take our money, every single one of them. You want to get married? Ask us married people what we are going through. Later on, I'll remove this jacket and show you the chabuk ke nishan on my back. Children, you want to drive in India? Why? Indian roads are made up of 2 types of holes, potholes and open manholes. But I think that the drinking age limit of 25 is correct, because I'm talking as a parent, because even I have 2 grown-up children. Because at the age of 25, kids are grown up. They realize the value of money, and hopefully by then earning enough to buy their own alcohol. Yeah, I wouldn't want my 18-year-old child to grow up and say, Papa, दारू के लिए पैसा दे. अरे साले तेरे को देगा तो मैं क्या पिएगा? But yeah, man. But let me tell you one thing, honestly. It's a passion follow karna. Stand-up comedy is all that okay. But today, money is important. Earlier in my corporate job, sala kaam karo ya nahi karo, second of the month I used to get my salary. Today I'm a freelancer. Today, thanks to Rotary Club, I have a show, I have money. Tomorrow I don't have a show, I don't have money. And I can see that my wife's attitude towards me changes depending if I have a show, I don't have a show. Like, tonight, thanks to you guys, I have a show. Tomorrow for lunch, she'll ask me, acha, roti pe ghee lagao. Tomorrow I don't have a show, she'll say, acha, bol, petrol dalo ya diesel dalo. In fact, prices of petrol, diesel are more than ghee. Third day, no show, she'll give me the atta, khud jaake mal andar. But one good advice, honestly, which I got from a fellow comedian many years back when I started doing comedy. He said, Atul, when you're starting out now, whatever stage time you get, whatever opportunity you get, don't refuse it. Whatever show you get, do it. And when I was starting out, 8-9 years back, I used to do every kind of event. I used to do office parties, farewell parties, mundan ceremonies, Satyanarayan ki katha, Mata ki chauki, chauthas. Yeah, I remember, true story. I once performed at a 5-year-old boy's birthday party, yeah. And while I was performing, those little guys were playing hide and seek. And how do I know that? Because they were using my body as a pillar while I was performing. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I couldn't even slap the guy, it was his birthday. Yeah, man, I remember I did a lot of private parties. I remember once I got this call from this lady from South Bombay. South Bombay, for those who don't know, is this very hoity-toity upper market part of Bombay, the upper crust of Bombay. She called me up and said, hi, Mr. Khatri. We are very big fans of yours. Do you perform at people's private houses? I said, yes, ma'am, I do. What is the event? No, Mr. Khatri, it's not exactly like an event. We are a group of girls on WhatsApp. We call ourselves HNF, HNF. Now see, I'm from a corporate background. There's a term called HNI, high net worth individual. So I thought South Bombay must be high net worth females. She said, no, Mr. Khatri, it's hotty naughty 40s. I said, ouch. I said, so ma'am, is it like a kitty party? She said, no, Mr. Khatri, it's not exactly like a kitty party. We are a group of girls on WhatsApp. We meet on the first Wednesday of every month on somebody's house. And every girl has to organize a creative person. Last time my friend got a pottery artist. Next month is my turn. I thought I'll call you. I said, yes, ma'am. I would love to do it, but let me warn you, I tend to do a lot of adult jokes. She said, Mr. Khatri, that's why we called you. We need only adult jokes. I said, Acha, ma'am, how many of these hotty naughty 40s usually turn up for this event? She said, Mr. Khatri, we are a group of 20, but at any time, 8 girls always turn up. Now, honestly, I didn't want to perform for 8 hotty naughty 40s in somebody's living room on a Wednesday afternoon. So to get out of the situation, I said, ma'am, why don't you do one thing? Have it in the evening, along with your husbands, along with alcohol. It's not that I need alcohol to make people laugh. It just helps. She said, Mr. Khatri, don't you worry. All we girls love drinking. I'll start making the girls drink since 10:30 in the morning. By the time you come at noon, we'll be totally sloshed waiting for you. Then I got scared. I said, okay, ma'am, let me do one thing. Let me speak to my manager and call you back. That time I didn't have a manager. So I called up my wife. I called up, I said, hello, Didi. Because that's what I call my wife after so many years of marriage. I said, hello, Didi. There are these group of girls on WhatsApp. They call themselves HNF. She said, hotty naughty 40s? I said, are you a part of that group? She said, no. We have another group. We call ourselves NHF, naughty hotty 40s. I said, I think they're looking for stand-up comedy. Actually, I think they don't want the comedy part. They just want the stand-up part. Should I do it? She said, are they paying you for it? I said, yeah, very well. She said, then go and do it. As long as you get the money home, don't get any diseases, do what you want. So yes, friends, initially in the career, I also performed for the hotty naughty 40s. But yeah, life is good, Now my elder daughter is 25, my younger daughter is 23. My wife's in her mid-40s, trying to get into her 20s. And here I am 53, looking like I am in my 70s. And this white hair is not because of less melanin. It is because of more expenses. Every time a child makes an expense, एक white ball निकलता है. I'm not joking. Every day in the morning at 8:30 in the morning, me and my wife open an ATM counter in our bedroom. And every 2 minutes a child walks in, withdraws money and walks out. And I've seen that if one of my daughters has overdrawn a limit, she borrows money from the other at an interest. Yeah, I caught my elder daughter selling a 500 rupee note to my younger daughter at 600 rupees. As a Sindhi, I was very proud of it. And also very upset. I said, बच्चा 550 रुपए में मैं ही तुझे बेच देता हूँ, उसे 600 रुपए मिलने की क्या जरूरत है? Yeah, man, I'm a very proud Sindhi. All the Sindhis in the house make some noise. Woohoo! I'm a very, very proud Sindhi. And my dad was actually born in India, like me. But my mom came from Pakistan in 1947 during the partition, like most of the Sindhis came. Which basically means I'm half Indian, half Pakistani. Which means I'm constantly at war with myself. I hate Parvez Musharraf, but I love Hina Rabani. And because I'm in this confused state of mind, somebody said you must go to the Wagah border because that's where you can see this Indo-Pak harmony happening. How many of you have been to the Wagah border? Make some noise. Yeah, so for those who don't know, the Wagah border is obviously a border between India and Pakistan close to Amritsar. And what India and Pakistan have done is they have made these giant stadiums on that border where people can go and sit every evening and watch that closing gate ceremony. Now on any given evening you go there, on the Pakistani side there are 30-40 bored Pakistanis sitting. And on that same evening on our side there are 4-5 million over-enthusiastic Indians. Just happy to be born free of cost in the largest democracy in the world. नाच रहे, क्यों नाच रहे पता नहीं, सब खुश है. We could see the Pakistanis sitting over there. There was this family next to me. I think she was seeing Pakistanis for the first time. She started telling her children, "Oh, देखो बच्चे लोग पाकिस्तानी बिल्कुल इंसान लगते हैं. तो क्या बंदर लगेंगे, हैवान लगेंगे?" We started waving out to the Pakistanis. They started waving out to us. But their waving out was more that, "Can we come there, please? Can we come there?" I thought now something will start. But no patriotic song started. I didn't even know there were speakers there. First on the Pakistani side, some La Ilahi Pakistan, Pakistan. And all over the confusion, अरे कौन सा गाना चला है, कभी सुना ही नहीं हमने. Then on our side, Lata Didi started singing. You guys know Lata Didi, yes? Aman ki Asha's elder sister. She started singing. "Ae mere watan ke logo." We started singing. Even the Pakistanis started singing with us. And in fact, their lyrics, they knew the lyrics much better than us. Janab, aankh mein par lo pani nahi, haath mein par lo pani, aankh mein par lo pani. Now we thought something else will start, but no, two MCs came on the road. You know, one on the Pakistani side, one on the Indian side. And the guy on the Pakistani side first said, "Ab jo hamari awaaz hai, Hindustan tak pahunchni chahiye." And he said, "Pakistan!" And 30-40 Pakistan, the Zindabad never reached India. No, it just reached the gates. In fact, the baad of the Zindabad just trickled over the gates. Then our guy said, "Humne apni Pakistan ki awaaz, ab jo hamari awaaz hai, Pakistan tak pahunchni chahiye." And we were all waiting. And he said, "Bharat Mata Ki." And the jai was so loud. It skipped the gates. It skipped Pakistan and went to Afghanistan. I'm sure somewhere in the Tora Bora mountains, the Talibanis said, "Jai kisne bola? Jai kisne bola?" They were screaming, we were screaming, they were screaming, we were screaming. At one time, the atmosphere was so charged up that if our guy, instead of Bharat Mata Ki Jai, would have just said Akraman, I'm sure we would have captured Lahore and Islamabad just with a DSLR and handycams, enough. But yeah, man, I'm a very, very proud Sindhi. I'm a member of this gymkhana in Bombay called Khar Gymkhana. See, most of the gymkhanas in India were set up by the British. But this gymkhana has been set up for the Sindhis, by the Sindhis, of the Sindhis. I love going to that place. Wherever you go there, you see your own Sindhi people. People with excessive body hair, thick bushy eyebrows, hair coming out of their ears, hair coming out of their chest, their chest coming out of the hair. But it is here at Khar Gymkhana that we Sindhis have given such a big contribution to the world, which each of you use it whenever you go out to dine. And this contribution is based on simple mathematical ratios of 1/2, 2/3 and 3/5 when it comes to soups. Come on, give a round of applause to the Sindhi. We have invented it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So let me tell you how it started. Long time ago. See, I'm so old, I have to use the word long also twice. Long time ago, we were 13 of us kids. We went to Khar Gymkhana and we ordered our own individual sweet corn chicken soup. The waiter took our order, went to the head of the table to that wicked Sindhi aunt. She asked him, "Bacha log ne kya order kiya?" He said, "Madam, 13 sweet corn chicken soup." She said, "Tum pagal ho gaya? Bacha log kitna soup piyega? Ek kaam karo, cancel all this, make it 3/13. 3/13? How the hell can you make 3 soups into 13 portions? What kind of measuring instruments do they have in the kitchen? I'm sure, the chef must not know how to cook, must be a computer scientist sitting inside the kitchen, surrounded by computers and calculators, whose only job is to calculate these complex mathematical ratios and to see that the restaurant doesn't go out of business. And he must be waiting dreadfully in the kitchen, waiting for the next waiter to come in and ask him, "Ab kya order laya, Saleh?" And he would say, "Sir, tomato soup 5/23. But this has left a huge mark on me. Even now, sometimes on work, I go alone. I always order my soup 1/2, even if I'm eating alone. Because when you order your soup 1/2, you don't get 1, you get 1.2, 1.25, makes a difference to all you guys. And yes, I remember that day when a 3/13 soup came, we had to cover with a hand so that it doesn't evaporate. But inspired by my set tonight, wherever you are having a drink, don't do your alcohol 1/2. Some things you cannot do 1/2. But yeah, man, I'm a Sindhi, proud Sindhi, married to a Punjabi. All the Punjabis in the house, make some noise. Woohoo! See, even though we are not actually virtually connected, but Punjabis are so loud, I can still hear you. No. और एक्चुअली क्या है, पंजाबियों को स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी समझाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Because after 2 drinks, every Punjabi becomes a comedian. Yeah, man, but I'm a Sindhi, married to a Punjabi, 2 of the hairiest communities in India. Of course, we had a love marriage, common love for hair. We met at a medical shop, at a chemist shop. We were both buying Gillette together. And I remember my wedding morning. I was so anxious, I was so tense. Not because I'm getting married, not because I have to sleep with the same woman for the rest of my life. No. But as a Sindhi groom, I was so tense that how many, dinner plates would be consumed at my wedding reception. We had instructed all our close relatives that 4 of you should eat from one plate. But some of them went patriotic. They started washing the plates in the swimming pool of the hotel, and 6 of them started eating from one plate. And I remember I had a barat, a ghodi. My barat, was 1 kilometer long. But it took 5 hours to reach because my friends were drinking, as if they had nothing to do. And I remember, they have this Sarbala, this small guy who's dressed like you sitting in the front. In my house, they got this naughtiest Sarbala sitting in front of me in the house. In that 5-hour journey, that little rascal's only initiative was to go and pull the horse's ears. I was so scared at one time the horse would throw me out and not stomp me and said, "Sale, abhi kabhi shadi mat karna tu wapas." And I remember, the 5 hours sitting on the horse. And even my dad got this huge horse, not realizing the son is the bloody dwarf. 5 hours I sat with my feet apart. I'm married for 25 years, but things still hurt down there. And I remember my honeymoon night. I was at it whole night long. No, not that. I was at it whole night long, just opening the envelopes and seeing how much cash we had collected. Some of my relatives, 8 of them came and gave only 51 rupees. I'm still searching for them. If I see them walking on the road, I'll run my car over them. I remember coming out of the shower in the morning, and my wife looked at me and said, "Ew, what is all that white on your body?" I said, "This is talcum powder. We Sindhis put talcum powder after a bath. What do you Punjabis put?" She said, "We put deodorant." She said, "Are you mad? Deodorant costs 200 rupees. Powder costs 80 rupees. I told her, "Boy, use powders 80 rupees. And now thanks to that, even my wife has converted into talcum powder. But my wife gets very, very upset when I do this hairy jokes, rightfully. Even today she was very upset because I am doing this show for you guys. And today actually some Sangeet function of a friend's daughter. But I am so glad Rotary Institute 2021 you have called me here for Odyssey, because I hate Sangeet functions. Because at one time Sangeet functions in our country were good. You could go there, drink, dance, have a good time. But slowly and steadily, thanks actually to the Marwadis, the Sangeet function has become nothing but, listen to this carefully, a platform where both the families of the bride and bridegroom can fulfill all their unfulfilled Bollywood vasanas and perform to a hostage and captive audience. It's like saying that we have paid for this function, you rascals sit and watch us perform. And I'm fine if the bride's few hot friends come and dance, no problem. But the problem starts in every chachaji, chachiji, mamaji, mamiji, bank managers, debtors, creditors, servants, Rotarians, everybody wants to come and dance. And they don't even choose songs which befit their age. I swear on you, I went for this function where there was an 80-year-old Dadiji dancing to "Ooh la la, main hu teri fantasy." I said, "Stop the DJ, stop the music. Dadiji, there aaye. Whose fantasy are you at the age of 80? And always they have this competition. So other side, there was a 90-year-old Naniji wearing a red sari dancing to "You main chammak challo, Prabhu mujhe upar le lo." But honestly, her dance moves were good. But the only thing was that the tubes of oxygen respirator were coming in the way of her dance moves. And the 2 nurses dancing behind her, ab gayi, they were not dancing properly. Last time I went for the function, 1:30 baje tak khana nahi lagaya tha yaar. So I went to the manager, "Bhaiya, khana lagao, kal kaam pe jana hai." He said, "Bhaiya, बुआ जी डांस करिए, चुपचाप बैठ के खाइए, बैठिए और देखिए, डांस परफॉर्मेंस खत्म होगी तब खाना लगेगा." So my friends tell me, "यार, why don't you, अगर तेरे को इतना प्रॉब्लम है घर से क्यों नहीं खा के जाता है?" I said, "Boss, I am a Sindhi. जब हमको कार्ड का इन्विटेशन आता है ना, शादी का न्योता आता है, for 6 days ब्रेकफास्ट लंच डिनर हम वहीं खाते, गैस का सिलेंडर वापस भेज देते हैं कंपनी को." Thank you, friends. My name is Atul Khatri. You've been a great audience. Thank you so much. Before I go, wherever you are, please stay safe, stay positive. We are very, very soon coming out of this pandemic. Hopefully next year, I shall be performing live to you guys once again for another round for my favorite audience, the Rotarians. Thank you so much. Atul Khatri here. Thank you. Good night.